The other big news, I guess, in the NBA is the whole Donald Sterling thing, but I mean, we could talk about that for days. Is he going to sell, not going to sell? And let's face it, in all honesty, if this shit goes to a court of law, there's no case. There is not a judge in the United States of America that would this shouldn't even make it to trial.
Right.
The information was obtained illegally. Done. Your case is dead in the water. There is no case. Yeah. It's a wrap.
Yeah. You know, and I mean, and it's fucked up as no one wants to hear this and stuff like this, but it is his constitutional rights.
Yeah.
He can say what the fuck he wants.
There's no law against being a bigot or being an asshole. There just isn't.
Nobody likes it. I don't like it. Fuck the guy. Everybody says it. Everybody's out there. No one cares about him. But you know what? Mark Cuban, I gotta agree with the guy. Like, I mean, he's like, you can't take a guy like this and just put him in a box and say go away, because he's still got that mind, that type of thinking, you know. And the thing is to get in people's minds like that are fucking racist assholes and say, what the fuck are you thinking, and try to fucking change them, you know, or do certain things where other people don't follow suit, you know. And it's and I agree with Mark Cuban. I think he had a lot of balls to come out and say that, because I'm sure there's a lot of people that are thinking there. I think there's a lot of you know, black men that are thinking that, like whatchamajig said when he made the comment about the hoodie and going across the street and everything.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. How do you feel about those comments that he said?
Dude, they're true as shit. You know what I'm saying? O.C. Yamura even said it. He texted me, goes, I would do the same thing. He goes, if I see some kid, if I'm walking down the street at night, okay, and I see some fucking kid. Now, if a kid, somebody's just got a hoodie on and their head is down, and I don't know, and they're walking towards me, I'm going to roll on the other side of the street. You know what I mean? Because I ain't trying to get robbed. You know, if it's black, white, I don't give a fuck. If Asian, who gives a fuck? If they, you know, if I think in most cases, if somebody's got a hoodie on, you're on the street by yourself, they're walking kind of down, the way they're carrying themselves is why you're going to judge it. Doesn't mean if they're black, Asian, Latino, white, you're going to go, okay, you're going to feel uncomfortable. You know what I mean?
Pretty much.
You know, obviously, yeah. And so, I mean, I don't see, you know, why, if anybody got fucking bent out of shape about that. It's just the truth. The problem is when people speak the truth, people get fucking hurt.
Yeah, because it's uncomfortable. We live in a society now where you're not. You don't want to be you're not allowed to be offended. You're not allowed to feel uncomfortable. And I don't know if you've caught on to this, but that's kind of why I play the character I do on the show. I'm going to say things that make you feel uncomfortable and make you deal with shit that maybe you've never dealt with. I'm going to say things that get under your skin. Why? Because A, I'm allowed to, and B, you need to toughen the fuck up, because we are raising a society full of pussies.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And it's like, you know, Cuban came out and said it. I'm like, you know, he's got a point. And I think a lot of African Americans sit back and to themselves, they're like, I agree with Cuban. Well, and then there's going to be somebody like, oh man, that's fucked up. And then
Stephen A. Smith said it. Stephen A. Smith went out and put together one of the best 5 to 6 minute speeches on that I've ever seen, and it's on our Facebook page, and you just need to watch it. Stephen A. Smith sat there and said it, and he's like, I agree. He covered all of his bases. And the thing is fucked up as it is, Kevin, in all sincerity, if you made those same comments and I made those same comments, I would get crucified. No one would say shit to you, because you're allowed to say them because you're black. I'm not allowed to say anything about race, because if I do, that automatically makes me a racist, regardless of what I said, because that's what everyone's done. They've looked at Mark Cuban, and all they want to do is talk about the comment about the hoodie. He also said if he, on the other side of the street, if it was guys with tattoos on their faces with skinned heads, he'd walk the other direction. That's but no one wants to talk about that. They just want to talk about the first part. And I'm just like, you can't do that. You can't only look at half of the argument.
Yeah. You know, if I walked on the other side of the street and saw a bitch with a big swollen clit fucking swinging nunchucks, I'd go to the other side of the street too. But anyway, man, I mean, so I guess you guys get what the fuck we're trying to say.